So welcome to class. So we're going to do a 20 minutes super simple yin practice. If you have a bolster, make sure you have that close to you, and definitely some cushions if you need it underneath your knees. Okay, we're going to start out in nice and easy child's pose. Any issues with your knees or your ankles, just use support. Place something at the back of the knees so that your hips don't go quite far back, or something underneath your ankles if you feel it a bit too much in the front. Okay, you're going to come onto all fours for a moment, and then just bring your big toes to touch. Separate your knees nice and wide, or as wide as feels comfortable for you, and then slowly start to press the bum back towards the heels, and then just start to walk the arms forward. Make sure your hands are just a bit wider than shoulder distance, elbows can bend, and just begin to drop the forehead down. So really just allow the whole of the spine to start to settle down, and the pelvis to start to root towards the heels. And just taking a good few breaths here. If the forehead on the floor just doesn't feel good, just turn your head to the side. I prefer my head to the side. You might find that you prefer it too. And just let yourself get very heavy here so you feel really nice and weighted into the floor. Okay, if you've had your head turned in one direction, just turn it in the opposite direction now. And again, just let everything settle. And then just start to press back into the hands, and then just begin to come up again onto all fours. Okay, draw the knees slightly together, And now this time, just curl your toes under. Use the hands still on the floor. Just press the bum back towards the heels. Get a bit of a stretch into the feet. And breathe. And then just start to ease your way forward. Just uncurl your toes. Walk your hands further forward and then just allow yourself to drop the pelvis down. If you have a bolster, you can start to roll the bolster back a moment and just prop it underneath the chest. Maybe rest the forearms or the elbows onto the bolster. Or if you have any shoulder issues, then it's quite good because it just offers the support of the upper chest without having to rely upon any pressure on the shoulders. Okay, so you can just bring the arms forward and let yourself just settle over the bolster. Or just come into Sphinx, okay, with the forearms down. And just here for a few minutes, but really allow yourself to settle into that shape. And just slowly start to lift yourself up, take your bolster away, and then just lie down onto your belly. You can bring the arms forward and then just bend the right knee out to the side and turn the head to the side of the bent knee. And breathe in into the belly, just letting the lower back begin to expand. And then let's just swap sides. So and turn the head in the opposite direction, do opposite knee this time. And then just start to release. Hands come back under the shoulders, press yourself up. And then from here, you're just going to send that right foot to the outside of the right hand. Place a pillow or something underneath your left knee or a blanket, all right? Curl the back toes in. Under, you can wiggle that foot back a little bit. You can keep on to the hands, but then just let yourself kind of roll to the knife edge of that right foot so that you're not hugging it in. We're just coming into kind of quite an open dragon pose or lizard shape. All right, if you want to, you can also use the bolster. Okay, if you pull the hips back slightly, what you're going to do is you're going to move that bolster just in front of the left quadricep or the left front hip, and then just allow yourself to rest over that. And you could maybe even use the bolster there as a bit of additional support for the upper body. Okay, so you're going to be here, you can roll to the knife edge or you can have the foot directly on the floor. Just do what works for you. Know that when the foot's on the floor, you're going to feel most probably a bit more compression in the front right hip. Okay, just work wherever you are. just come back, place the hands down, and curl the toes under, pick the left leg up, and then start to just ease yourself back into downward facing dog. You can begin to pedal with your legs and just get a little bit into the side of the waist. Maybe sway the hips. Oh, maybe rest your forehead just on your bolster for a moment. And then we're going to go to the other side. So just drop down to the knees and then bring that left leg forward. And again, use the bolster there. So just place it a little bit further back before you allow your hip to start to come forward. It's just going to give you some support and curl your back toes. Let yourself roll to the knife edge of the left foot, and again, ease your way down or stay up on your hands. Do what works for you. And relax as much as you can. So remembering that we're looking for that appropriate depth. We're not looking for anything that's too intense, too quickly. Okay, we want to build it with time because the posture is going to build with time as it is. So make sure it feels like you can sustain it and be here for a while. And then close your eyes again and settle down. And just remember that we're all different, so we all have certain sides where it's just a little bit more intense than others. So you can adjust yourself accordingly depending on what's going to work for you. Just remember that once you've adjusted yourself, to find that stillness again, because that's when it really works. Okay. When you're ready, start to come down onto the hands. Again, pull the hips back, curl those back toes under, and then send it back. And this time, just separate the knees slightly, and then place the bolster between your legs. Let your belly rest on to the bolster, and turn your head to the side. Close your eyes. And just let everything reset or rebound. And come back up onto all fours, pick your bum up. And take a bit of a wiggle. And then drop back down onto your knees. You're going to sit back, take your bolster away. Take a pillow and then sit down onto that. Lie down onto your back. Place your pillow next to you. Okay. Take an inhalation, press into the feet, lift the hips up. And then just take the pillow underneath the sacrum, okay, or underneath the buttocks. You're going to place the right foot on top of the left knee, and then you're going to start to just thread the arms through. Okay, so just coming into figure four, nice and easy. You can relax the foot once you're in position. Okay, and the pillow just helps to elevate the hips so that the pelvis is not so low. So you could use a pillow or you could use a block. Sometimes the block's a bit too hard, so make sure you cushion it if you need a bit of additional height. And it also stops you having to kind of work more with the upper body, especially if you're quite tight. So it helps the upper body to relax because more weight is pulling back that way. Alright, so once you're there, we're just going to be here for about a minute, 2 minutes on each side. And close your eyes. I love this pose. Such a great pose. Super relaxing. And then slowly starting to release. Left foot down, release the right leg. Just take a big breath and a big stretch. Whole of the upper body, whole of the feet and the legs. Reach in opposite directions. Take a big inhalation. Exhalation. Just release. And then place the soles of the feet back onto the floor. And then place that left foot on top of the right knee. And again, slowly start to thread the arms through. Not slowly, but thread your arms through. And then draw the knee towards the chest. Close your eyes. And just taking any big breaths in if you need to. Releasing the exhale through the mouth. then slowly again just starting to release the right leg and then the left. Take a big inhale, reach and stretch again. And then exhale, hug the knees in close, take a little rock. And then you're going to take the pillow out from underneath you. And then just shift the hips to the left and then hug the knees in and then take the knees to the right. So a little twist. Keep the chest really nice and broad. If you notice that your left shoulder is kind of hanging off the floor, then you definitely want to place a pillow in between your thighs. Okay, if not in between your thighs, then you can place it underneath the bottom leg. Okay, so it's going to stop you twisting so deep that the shoulder starts to elevate. Okay, because the shoulder doesn't like to hang mid-air. But once you're there, just again close your eyes, let yourself settle. So we're going to treat this like our mini Shavasana. So just a minute on each side. And then we're going to go same in the other direction. So knees come back to chest. Reset the hips, the spine, the pelvis. Okay, take a wiggle if you need to. And then shift the hips to the right. And then again, let those knees fall to the left. Support them. Okay, especially if it's affecting the shoulder, as I said. And then just bring the arms wide. Close your eyes. Oh my God, so nice. And just let yourself roll over to your left side. Take a big few breaths here. And slowly come up to your seat.